So guys, in this video we are going to see how to create the word list using some tools. The first tool we are going to see is crunch tool. So you type the crunch and hit enter. Now what it's going to do is it will take this minimum number of characters you want to create and maximum number of characters for a single word. So let's say crunch and 1 comma 1. Then by default it will create this minimum one length word list and the one length maximum words. You can see the maximum words it can generate is 1 and minimum is 1. As you can see here, by default it takes this alphabets ABCD up to Z. So you can also specify numbers as well. If you want to have the combination of ABC 1 2 3, then you can create like this. So the maximum values you can generate with these 6 alphabets with maximum length 1 or 6. Now let's increase the length. If I say minimum length 1 and maximum length 3, so now we will get some more word list. And you can also specify numbers only as well, 1 2 3. So as you can see it's going to generate this one, and you can just let's say AB1 AB2, and then it will generate the output with minimum word 1 and maximum word length is 3. So now we can pipe it to, let's say, wordlist.txt. Now if you go into this wordlist.txt, you will have the word, as you can see. So one important method you need to remember is everyone in these days will put the minimum password characters as 8. So you need to set the minimum value to 8 and the maximum can be 15. And then normally they will include A to Z and the numbers also special characters. So if you generate like this, it will create a lot of data. Let's say sample, let's say ABCD EF 1 2 3 4 A4 dot. Now you can see this much. So let me stop this, otherwise my laptop get hang. So it will create that much amount of the word list with the minimum character size and maximum 15. So let me, so it's creating 858 MB. Even if only for minimum length 8, it creates so much of data. So this is one way of creating the word list for the password cracking. So not every word list is for passwords. Some word lists are used to for subdomain enumeration and also like brute forcing subdomains and also getting some important information. So if you see the HTML page or any web page of any company, they will have some names, like we have this staff, managing staff, we have some marketing department and the names of their employees working in that organization. So if you want to retrieve all the names of the web page, there is a tool called HTML to DAC. It will convert this HTML into the dictionary list, and all you need to do is you need to specify the file name, that is HTML file name. So this HTML2.dac is like a web scraper. This web scraper will scrape all the data and extracts the useful information from the HTML file. So let's go ahead and get the index of this my college website. So I should not do because I don't have permission, but it's okay because no one cares. So I have got this index.html. All I want to do is I want to say index HTML to DAC index.html. Now if I hit enter, I will get the words or the important data that is present in this index.html. So what if you have multiple HTML files? So you need to go loop over this html2.dac over every HTML file, but that's very time consuming and tedious process. So there is another tool called seal or cell. You can call it as whatever you want. And what you want to do is, let me type the help page. So you can just uh, give the depth. So depth to spider to scrape the content. So what this depth mean is, first we need to specify the website and it will go to the index.html. If you did not specify the depth, it will take the default depth as 2. So it will go to any links that is found in the index.html, and it will go to that link and fetch the HTML and then parses the content. And again in that HTML content, if there are any links, then it will also get the content and parses the content. Then it will stop because the depth has been 2 and it has went the depth to 2. So you can also specify more depth to get more content. Okay, let's see. You don't need to specify the HTML file. All you need to specify is website domain name or the IP address. I don't know why it's okay. Let me try another website. Sorry, I did not put the double forward slash. Sorry for that. Since we are only getting this publicly available data, so there is no risk in performing this tool. So it takes some time. Let me press the Ctrl C. After pressing Ctrl C, it will give the names of the that it has found in the website RVR, the whole website. So you have see has got the lot of information, and you can store this output in -w, and it's a sample.txt. So this information is very helpful when you are searching for any employees or any products they are selling, or if there are any hidden products that are not they are displaying in the main content. So you can get the overall the overview or the names of this organization. So I press the Ctrl C. I think we will get this one. So we got the names, and this tool will take so much time because the depth is 2, and if you increase the depth, it will take more and more time. So all you need to do is patience. So sometimes in a pen testing approach, you will come to know about the employees, and even in social engineering attacks it is very helpful, but I will not be discussing this social engineering attacks in this course. So if you want to know about social engineering, just Google it and you will come to know. So in those cases, this enumeration, like getting the names of the any products or the employees of an organization, is very helpful. So that's all for this video. I hope you have understood. We have covered about this crunch, which is used to generate the wordish related to password, and we have seen this HTML to DAC and the seal that will get the content from the websites.